Hey friends, welcome. I want to start today by asking you a simple question. Have you ever tried to start a new habit only to give up after a few days or weeks? Maybe it was trying to wake up earlier, or exercising regularly, or reading more often. We've all been there. But here's the truth. Successful habits don't just happen. They're built using a strategy that aligns with how our brains work. Today I'm going to show you how to master the science of building habits that actually stick so you can create the change you want in your life. So let's jump in. Start small and be specific. So if I asked you to picture the Grand Canyon being formed, you'd probably think of it happening over thousands of years, one small drop of water at a time. Habits work the same way. They grow gradually with consistent effort. The first key to success is to start small and be specific. If your goal is to get fit, break it down to a walk for 10 minutes each morning. Research by Dr. B.J. Fogg at Stanford shows that when behaviors are small and simple, they're easier to repeat. You might think that taking small steps won't make a difference, but those small steps add up. It's about making it so easy that you can't say no. And consistency is more important than intensity. You see, consistency beats intensity every time. Imagine trying to read an entire book in one weekend, only to not pick up another book for a month. You might get through the one book, but it's not sustainable. The brain thrives on repetition, not intensity. And the Hebbian theory explains that neurons that fire together wire together, meaning that repeating a small action regularly creates stronger connections in your brain. So when you're starting a habit, focus on doing a little bit every day rather than a lot all at once. It's like planting seeds that need daily watering to grow strong roots. Use triggers or cues to reinforce habits. So, triggers are a powerful way to make habits automatic. Think of a trigger as a starting pistol for your habit. For instance, if you want to drink more water, set a glass by your bed so it's the first thing you see in the morning. This is backed by behavior psychology, where cues help initiate the habit loop. It's a bit like Pavlov's dog. When your brain sees the trigger, it immediately knows it's time to start the habit. Cues make habits feel less forced and more like a natural response. Stack new habits into existing ones. So this is one of my favorite techniques, and it's called habit stacking. You already have habits that you do automatically, like making coffee every morning, for instance. So why not stack a new habit onto that one? After you make your coffee, use that moment to write down your goals for the day. Dr. Fogg's research shows that stacking a new behavior on top of an established one increases the chance of success by 50%. The key is to build on what's already working so it feels like a natural extension of your routine. Make it rewarding. So let's talk about rewards for a second. We are hardwired to repeat behaviors that feel good. Think about it. After a long day, you probably look forward to a small reward like watching your favorite show or having a treat. You can use this to your advantage when building a new habit. After completing a habit, give yourself a small reward, even if it's just a mental well done. Dopamine, the feel-good neurotransmitter, is released when we experience rewards, reinforcing the habit and making it more appealing to repeat. Use the 2-minute rule. The hardest part of any new habit is getting started. So here's a rule that makes it easy. The 2-minute rule. If your goal is to read more, just read one page. If you want to exercise, just put on your workout clothes. The idea is to make an initial step so easy that it takes less than 2 minutes to accomplish. And once you start, you're likely to keep going. This rule is based on activation energy, a concept in psychology that shows the less effort it takes to start, the more likely you are to follow through. Track your progress. So, if you've ever marked off days on your calendar or used a checklist, you've felt the motivation that comes while seeing your progress. Tracking your habits is not about accountability. It's about visual proof that you're moving forward. And research shows that tracking boosts motivation and triggers the brain's reward system, giving you a sense of achievement that makes you want to keep going. Be patient and kind to yourself. So let's be honest. Building habits takes time. And on average, it takes about 66 days for a new behavior to become automatic. So don't be too hard on yourself if you miss a day or struggle to keep up at first. Remember, it's not about being perfect, it's about progress. Be patient, be kind, and keep going. Forgiveness and self-compassion can actually increase your chances of success by preventing a negative mindset from derailing your efforts. So, here's the bottom line. Building new habits isn't about forcing yourself into massive changes overnight. It's about working with your brain, not against it. Start small, be consistent, use triggers, stack your habits, and reward yourself along the way. Each tiny step brings you closer to a stronger, healthier version of yourself. The real question isn't whether you can do it, it's how you can make it easier to do. So, as you leave here today, I challenge you to pick just one habit you want to build and apply these strategies. Because when you understand the science of habits, you're not just changing your routine, you're changing your life. Now, the only question is, which habit will you start today? Thank you, friends. I hope you have a beautiful day. This is my favorite part of every day, the time I get to spend with you. Because you are worth it, you are amazing, and the time we spend together is definitely worthwhile. I'll be back tomorrow with some more good ideas. I can't wait to see you. Take care.